Good day, fellow EOers. My name is Jason Gaynard, and I'm the co-chair to Craig this year for our chapter's learning events. Craig really pushed the envelope this year when it came to our events. Not only did he jam-pack our schedule for the next 365 days with many events, much more than normal, he really filled it with some great speakers, not only speakers, but great teachers. Craig's philosophy this year was to really create events that when you attend them, you could have some great takeaways that you could apply to your business the following day. So he had a really big emphasis on kind of shying away from the big name speakers and really bringing to you some great teachers. One of the things that we try to do this year, I mean, although we love for you to attend every single learning event, we're entrepreneurs ourselves, and we know that our schedules are kind of all over the place. Things pop up all the time, and you're pulled in 1,001 directions. So oftentimes, I myself, it's at the beginning of the week, and you're like, I didn't know there was an EO event on Thursday. So we're really stepping up. First thing, we're stepping up our communication this year. So communicating to you the events before they happen and communicating the events after they happen. One thing we're doing is after every event, during the event, we're taking notes. So we're taking notes of not only what the speaker is his topic or what have you, or his or her topic, but also we try to extract the takeaways, those key nuggets that you can apply into your business, and we'll be sending those to you via email. So that's the one thing we're trying to do to help communication with our members. Another thing as well in regards to scheduling is Craig is so far ahead with his plans this year that he actually has the remainder of the calendar year confirmed. So virtually all the rest of the events for the remainder of the year you can actually sign up for now, and I suggest you do. Some of the events have our September 5th event at the Chateau des Charmes only has a 60-70 person cap on it, so be sure to get on that one as soon as possible. One thing we're also emphasizing as well this year is post discussion, so post learning event discussion. And what we do is, if you're not a fan of the EO Toronto Facebook page, it's a closed group, but just click on the link here to join, and we'll approve you right away. And after every event, we'll continue the discussion on this Facebook group. But on July 10th, we just had an event that just passed. It was kind of like our first event to a certain degree, and that's when we hosted Vern Harnish, the founder of EO, at the RCYC Club. It turned out to be a fantastically beautiful day, and it was a fantastic presentation by Vern. This is the first time I've actually seen him in person speak. I'm a little biased, I'm not gonna lie. I'm co-chair, but I'm not overly impressed by many speakers. But Vern was fantastic, and he was fantastic in the sense that he used a lot of case studies during his presentation of many brands that we're well aware of, Apple, Build Direct, those kind of brands. And one thing that kind of, I guess, the biggest takeaway I took, I kind of felt proud to be an EO member because I really understood the rich history that EO had and the vision that Vern had when he co-founded EO. So it was a really good event for myself. But let's see what other EO members had to say.
I read Vern's book about a week ago, and I had no idea that I even signed up to be at his event today. Well, I knew I signed up to an event, but I didn't know it was him. When I finished it 2 days ago, I got a reminder email saying that I was going to see Vern. My head was already exploding from the book, and then to know I was going to see him a couple of days later, it was such a treat. And my head I thought it was fully exploded, but it wasn't. There's still some pieces there. Now it's fully gone. I learned so much today. If I had to say one takeaway, he talked about Steve Jobs this game. He talked about Steve Jobs and how he would focus on one thing, and that really was admirable for me. I focus on so many things, and my mind's always fragmented on trying to do a million things at once. But to kick back and think of that one thing I could really hone in on is really valuable. That was just one of the many things that to me. It was just probably the best thing I did to at least the past year.
Hi, I'm Floyd Renescu, I'm an EO member. Today's learning event was freaking amazing. We heard from Vern Harnish, the creator of Mastering the Rockefeller Habits himself, and he talked about a lot of things. It was like literally the actual amount of data points per minute received was higher than any other learning event I've ever been to. So kudos to the New Learning Organization. I learned a lot of things today. I think one of the big takeaway points was to actually just try and do one major strategic thing per year, just get everyone aligned around one thing. Another thing was find the 7% segment of your market that is the most profitable segments and focus on that segment only. Your competitors won't even know what you're doing because visually you'll have less customers, but you can be like Apple, which is the highest profit level. So in my business, I'm thinking a lot about what that means and actually that it's emotionally okay to have only a 7%, not all of them. It's about efficiency and profit and growth. It's not about just reaching everyone and focusing. So that was a really good lesson learned from today.
Our next learning event is September 5th at the Chateau des Charmes in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Now, I lived in Niagara-on-the-Lake for quite some time, and I can honestly say that the Chateau des Charmes is by far the most stunning winery in the region. As I discussed earlier, there's only a 60 to 70 person cap for this event, so be sure to sign up as soon as possible. Paul Bosque, the actual president of Chateau des Charmes, wanted to send you a quick message.
Hello, EO. My name is Paul Bosque. I'm president of Chateau des Charmes Winery here in Bucolic, Niagara-on-the-Lake. My family founded Chateau des Charmes 34 years ago, and in that time we've had to overcome a tremendous amount of adversity. I'll be acting as your personal host on September the 5th, and you'll see for yourself a behind-the-scenes view of how a 21st century wine company operates. In the meantime, have a nice summer. I look forward to seeing you soon.
That's it for now. Thank you for all of those who came out to Vern's event, and we look forward to seeing you September 5th.